Chapter 49. Remember the commandment which the Lord commanded you concerning the Passover, that you should celebrate it in its season on the 14th of the first month, that you should kill it before it is evening, and that they should eat it by night, on the evening of the 15th, from the time of the setting sun. For on this night, the beginning of the festival, and the beginning of the joy, you were eating the Passover in Egypt, when all the powers of Mastema had been let loose to kill all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh to the firstborn of the captive maidservant in the mill, and to the cattle. And this is the sign which the Lord gave them. Into every house on the lintels of which they saw the blood of a lamb of the first year, into that house they should not enter to kill, but should pass by it, that all those should be saved that were in the house, because the sign of the blood was on its lintels. And the powers of the Lord did everything according as the Lord commanded them. And they passed by all the children of Israel, and the plague came not upon them to destroy from amongst them any soul, either of cattle, or man, or dog. And the plague was very grievous in Egypt, and there was no house in Egypt where there was not one dead, and weeping and lamentation. And all Israel was eating the flesh of the paschal lamb, and drinking the wine, and was lauding and blessing and giving thanks to the Lord God of their fathers, and was ready to go forth from under the yoke of Egypt, and from the evil bondage. And remember this day all the days of your life, and observe it from year to year all the days of your life, once a year on its day, according to all the law thereof, and do not adjourn it from day to day, or from month to month. For it is an eternal ordinance, and engraved on the heavenly tablets, regarding all the children of Israel, that they should observe it every year on its day, once a year, throughout all their generations, and there is no limit of days, for this is ordained forever. And the man who is free from uncleanness, and does not come to observe it on the occasion of its day, so as to bring an acceptable offering before the Lord, and to eat and to drink before the Lord on the day of its festival, that man, who is clean and close at hand, shall be cut off, because he offered not the oblation of the Lord in its appointed season. He shall take guilt upon himself. Let the children of Israel come and observe the Passover on the day of its fixed time, on the 14th day of the first month, between the evenings from the third part of the day to the third part of the night. For 2 portions of the day are given to the light, and a third part to the evening. This is that which the Lord commanded you, that you should observe it between the evenings. And it is not permissible to kill it during any period of the light, but during the period bordering on the evening, and let them eat it at the time of the evening, until the third part of the night. And whatever is left over of all its flesh from the third part of the night and onwards, let them burn it with fire. And they shall not cook it with water, nor shall they eat it raw, but roast on the fire. They shall eat it with diligence, its head and the inwards thereof, and its feet they shall roast with fire, and not break any bone thereof. For of the children of Israel no bone shall be crushed. For this reason the Lord commanded the children of Israel to observe the Passover on the day of its fixed time, and they shall not break a bone thereof. For it is a festival day, and a day commanded. And there may be no passing over from day to day, and month to month, but on the day of its festival let it be observed. And command the children of Israel to observe the Passover throughout their days every year, once a year on the day of its fixed time, and it shall come for a memorial well-pleasing before the Lord. And no plague shall come upon them to slay or to kill in that year in which they celebrate the Passover in its season, in every respect, according to his command. And they shall not eat it outside the sanctuary of the Lord, but before the sanctuary of the Lord. And all the people of the congregation of Israel shall celebrate it in its appointed season. And every man who has come upon its day shall eat it in the sanctuary of your God before the Lord from 20 years old and upward. For thus is it written and ordained that they should eat it in the sanctuary of the Lord. And when the children of Israel come into the land which they are to possess, into the land of Canaan, and set up the tabernacle of the Lord in the midst of the land in one of their tribes, until the sanctuary of the Lord has been built in the land, let them come and celebrate the Passover in the midst of the tabernacle of the Lord, and let them slay it before the Lord from year to year. And in the days when the house has been built, in the name of the Lord, in the land of their inheritance, they shall go there and slay the Passover in the evening, at sunset, at the third part of the day. And they shall offer its blood on the threshold of the altar, and shall place its fat on the fire which is upon the altar. And they shall eat its flesh roasted with fire in the court of the house which has been sanctified in the name of the Lord. They may not celebrate the Passover in their cities, nor in any place, except before the tabernacle of the Lord, or before his house where his name has dwelt. They shall not go astray from the Lord. And Moses commanded the children of Israel to observe the ordinances of the Passover, as it was commanded to you. Declare to them every year and the day of its days, and the festival of unleavened bread, that they should eat unleavened bread 7 days, and that they should observe its festival, and that they should bring an oblation every day during those 7 days of joy before the Lord, on the altar of your God. For you celebrated this festival with haste when you went forth from Egypt, till you entered the wilderness of Shur. For on the shore of the sea you completed it.